You're listening to Not the Sermon with Eric and Jamie.
What's up, everybody? I hope you're having an amazing summertime. I know we here at Not the Summer have Not the Summer. Oh, man.
Nice.
I'm good at this.
You've done this before.
We here at Not the Sermon are having a wonderful summer because we have ceased in our recordings. All this was recorded beforehand, and we are releasing some summer shorts, and that's what we have today. And you heard a voice, my fine fairy listeners, that you have not heard before, because we have joining me in our studio today, we have Doug.
What's up? Good to be here.
Yeah. So Doug is a longtime friend, longtime part of our church, and he was actually one of the youth that was in my youth group way back when I was a youth pastor.
That's right. Back during the financial crisis of 2008. I was still learning about the Lord.
And you're still here, man. You didn't leave.
Yeah.
So,
still a believer. Most of our youth are.
You know, I've noticed that a lot of the ex-youth here, you know, if they stayed local, they're still around.
Yeah.
So that's pretty awesome.
You were doing something right, man.
Doug, tell us, we're going to have fun, listener. We're going to do a little bit of strolling down memory lane. And I got a little game that we're going to play here with Doug, first of all. But Doug, tell us a little bit about yourself. You're married to an awesome woman.
Yes.
She's great, and you've got 3 kids.
3 kids, yeah.
How is that, man?
It's, I cry myself to sleep every night.
Sure.
Sometimes in the car on the way to work, I think about, the good old days when I had no responsibilities.
Do you ever do that thing, dude? I used to do this where you pull in the car, into the carport or garage,
and you're
whatever,
like, I'm not going in
and
yet.
you just sit there. You just maybe an extra song on the radio, or maybe you're just like, I'm just not ready yet.
And you go in and your wife's like, I'm glad you're home.
Right.
She just escapes to the bedroom right away, and you're like, okay, here we go.
Yes, and she's just like, here is everything. Right. Right.
You can't even walk directly to the couch because there's just stuff all over the floor.
Right. And please tell me you've never said that. So what did you do all day?
Never said it, but I have thought it.
No,
yes.
I thought that before too.
Yes, indeed. Yes, I'm married to a beautiful wife. Kids are 4, 3, and 2. I question my life decision all the time. I actually met her. She wasn't in our youth group, but in a sister youth group, a church that we used to go to all the same camps. And she would not date me. She didn't want to mess up our friendship.
Oh yeah.
And
you were
then,
friend zoned, bro.
Dude, I got totally friend zoned. And then I wore her down over 2 or 3 years. And finally made her my wife. So
she didn't have any better prospects, so she was like, I guess
settled.
I'll go back.
She totally settled. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's great. Fantastic. And so now you're actually in real estate.
Yeah. Sell houses.
Yeah. Do you enjoy that?
Dude, it is the greatest. I wish I would have started doing it right after. Nobody would have, bought anything for me because I was a kid. But,
right.
But yeah,
I'm going to entrust this 18-year-old with a huge, massive investment.
The largest investment I'm ever going to make in my life. Yes.
Yeah. No, that's great. So yeah, seems like things are going pretty well for you.
Yeah. It's been a rewarding career, man. You get to, especially I've been doing it for 5 years now, and now I finally get a chance to go back and talk with people that I sold a house to 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And they've got huge equity in their house. Yeah. I've changed their family tree.
That's so cool, dude.
Yeah.
So cool. Well, guys, so my youth group way back when, this was in the 2000s. I think I became a youth pastor in 2002.
Don't look at me. I wasn't born yet.
Yeah, maybe 2003. I wasn't born yet. 2003. And Doug showed up to the mid to late 2000s.
2006. I was 16 years old.
Okay.
Yep.
We were the Metalhead youth group.
Yeah, baby.
Right. And Doug is a musician, plays multiple instruments, and you can sing.
Yeah.
And you used to be on our worship team, and but you were also, dude, you were one of our main metal heads.
Of course, yeah.
You actually did some of your own heavy metal music.
We did. We don't have to talk about that.
It's the screaming stuff.
Right. Yeah.
So I thought it'd be fun to play a game.
Oh.
So this game is called Christian Metal Lyrics or Bible Verse.
Oh gosh,
it
could be both.
I filtered those out. So yeah, if you would not destroy our mic, that'd be awesome.
Sorry, I'm still drinking coffee.
So here are the instructions. All right, I will read a phrase. You have to guess: is it a Bible verse or is it a Christian metal lyric? Okay, you cannot Google. You cannot call on your ex-youth pastor. I will not help you. Just go with your holy gut.
Holy gut.
All right, you ready? Here's number one.
Okay, all right.
They will seek death, but will not find it. They will long to die, but death will elude them.
Dude, that's War of Ages. I'm going to say Christian metal lyric.
Christian metal?
Yeah.
So that's Revelation 9:6.
Ah,
it's
shoot.
a Bible verse. It's a Bible verse.
But I think it's also a Christian lyric, too.
Maybe so. It does sound familiar. All right, number two.
Okay, all right.
I tear through the flesh of the fallen and bathe in the blood of redemption.
That's got to be a Christian metal song.
Yeah, so that's your final answer?
That's got to be, yeah.
That's impending doom.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was going to say,
Yeah, tear through the flesh of the fallen. That's a little,
Like,
even for Old Testament.
which translation is that, bro?
Yeah, exactly. That's the Passion.
Right, yeah, it's the Message version.
All right, number three. From the ashes I will rise with fire in my bones and vengeance in my veins. That sounds pretty apocryphal, but it also it could be.
Yeah, that also sounds like it could be, the Revelation, but I'm going to say Christian metal.
You're right.
Yes.
It's War of Ages. That
That one
was
is War of Ages,
Yeah.
yeah.
The song Collapse by War of
Collapse.
Ages.
Okay, yeah.
All right. I'm not keeping up with your score. You're a winner in my book,
I'm
buddy.
2 for 3.
2 for 3. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Number 4. I looked, and there before me was a pale horse. Its rider was named Death.
That's the Revelation.
Yeah. Revelation 6:8. Yeah, I've had to throw an easy one in there. Okay. Here we go. Number 5. They've sharpened their tongues like a serpent. Adder's poison is under their lips.
That sounds like it's out of Proverbs. I'm going to say Bible verse.
All right. It is a Bible verse. It's Psalm 140,
I was
verse
one book
3.
off. One book off, yeah.
And that's the King James, man.
Right.
We King James it
the,
up.
The good translation.
It's authorized.
Yes.
We just use the authorized translation. Certified. All right, number 6. My soul is a battlefield, and the war has just begun.
That's got to be Christian metal.
All right, yeah. Any guess on? You're right. Any guess on who it is, though?
My soul is a battlefield, and what?
War has just begun.
I don't know, man.
That's For Today.
For Today. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Devastator is the name of that.
Oh man,
yeah.
one of the greatest bands,
Bro,
dude.
I think Fearless, the song Fearless by For Today is my favorite metalcore.
We will not.
Yeah.
We will not. Yeah.
We will not be afraid. Yes, so good, man.
Oh yeah.
All right, number 7. I scream into the void and still I praise his name.
Oh man, that's you tripped me up on that one. Because that could be Psalms.
You're right. It sounds like
It sounds like a psalm.
Mm-hmm.
It could be both. I can't see I can't see an ancient human talking about a void.
Yeah,
so
but it could be a newer translation.
Yeah, where they've translated an older. Yeah. I would say Christian metal.
You're right, Christian metal.
Yes. Oh, you tried to trip me up, man.
I did. Don't trust me, dude. So that's Sleeping Giant.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're so good.
They're top 5 for me.
Yeah, Sleeping Giant's super good. And then they have they have a new one that's more worshipful out.
Yeah,
Tommy Green.
Tommy Green and like the guitarist.
I can't remember.
It's escaping me. It's gonna mid podcast. I'll remember.
That's right, and just blurt it out randomly in the middle of something else. Yeah, perfect. Okay, here we go. Number 8. Pierced hands now clenched in wrath. He rides with justice on his breath.
Oh, that is definitely Christian metal, and I'm trying to remember who it is.
Oh, you recognize that one?
I do recognize that one.
All right.
I think that I want to say War of Ages. I don't know why they're on my brain right now, but who is that?
It's Becoming the Archetype.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Their teeth are spears and arrows. Their tongues are sharp swords.
Did we not already do this one?
Mm-mm.
It sounds a lot like the previous one from Psalms.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll say the Bible again.
Yes, you're right. It is a Psalm. Psalm 57:4 NIV.
Ooh,
Nev.
Never have I ever used that one.
All right, here we go. Last one, number 10. You're crushing this. I'm pretty impressed. My eyes are flames. My words are swords. I speak and kingdoms fall.
Ooh, Man, whatever it is, I love that.
It's confidence right
Yes.
there, man.
Yeah.
Whether it's an evil king.
Now I know, yeah, hopefully that's right. Could be a bad guy. I'm thinking of, the book of Revelation, a two-edged sword projects from his mouth, piercing bone and marrow.
And his eyes are flames of fire.
And his eyes are flames of fire.
My eyes are flames, my words are swords, I speak and kingdoms fall.
But that's in the first person. I think that's Christian metal too.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
It's Demon Hunter.
Demon Hunter, yes.
Storm the gates of hell.
Yeah, that was the, speaking of being in the youth group, man, we blast that in the van on the way to
we handled some Demon Hunter.
Definitely.
Big time.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Great job, Doug. You aced it. I'm so proud of you.
I wish Eric was here to push the button, the hands clapping. You don't even know which one it is, do you?
I don't know which one it is.
Jamie doesn't know how to use the button.
I don't know how to use the button. Don't push the button, Eric.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome. All right. Well, guys, we're going to continue on with our summer short, where I am talking with my ex-youth member, Doug. So this podcast episode, I've already done a short where I told a story about where I almost paralyzed a middle schooler. Amazingly, it wasn't part of the youth group. It was just unfortunate events.
Some random middle school.
Yeah. You'll have to. Yeah, at the time, once this comes out, you will have already heard it. It's pretty funny. But Doug came to me, guys, a couple weeks ago and was like, "What if we did a summer short talking about your days as a youth pastor?"
Completely with the intention, I was kidding. I was just like, "Oh, yeah, what if we told this story?" And you're like, "Yes, let's tell it."
Well, here's the thing, listener. So I've been a lead pastor now for over 12 years, coming up on actually.
Oh, don't tell me that. My back hurts. Golly.
Is it 13 years now? I don't remember anymore. Anyway. No, it's 12 years. It's 12 years, 12 and a half years. So I've been a lead pastor for a long time. I was a youth pastor for several years before that. And man, I made every mistake you can make as a youth pastor, as long as it wasn't illegal, right? I didn't make
I would say immoral too, but there was some borderline.
There were some borderline things. I was very young. I became a lead pastor at 35, which is pretty young. But I became a youth pastor, man. I was 23, 24.
When I came into the group, I'll never forget, because I remember when I turned the age you were when I came into the youth group.
Oh, yeah?
I remember thinking to myself, I cannot believe he was entrusted with the lives of like 15 teenagers at this age.
I know. And I got away with a lot because my parents were the pastors.
That's right. Well, and all the parents of the youth liked you. So it was like they trusted you to do the right thing.
And we I think we had a good youth group. I mean, I think, there was staying power. People's faith was actually like, it was real.
Foundations were laid.
Yes, it wasn't a hype youth group.
Right.
I remember intentionally thinking through, what can I do as a youth pastor? That my goal was like, okay, on Wednesday nights and in special events, what can I do that will make it true that when these guys graduate college or enter the workforce after high school, their faith remains.
Yeah.
So that was like my obsession. That was like, what this is, everything I do is serving that purpose.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's crazy. A lot of the things that you did, aside from telling some of these funny stories, I will say that I don't know if I would be a believer now if it wasn't for, because I was raised in church. My mom and dad, we came up in a Methodist church actually that your parents went to at one point. There was your brother actually has told me stories of remembering me as a kid.
I remember you as a kid.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, you were really obnoxious.
So ugly. I can't believe that. Yeah. It was, but like when I was 16 and I came to I came to the youth group in the beginning, honestly, because there was pretty girls here. I remember going into the youth group. So it was like a Wednesday night, and this is my earliest memory. This probably wasn't the first time I came, but this is like my earliest memory, right? I walk into the youth room and you have change painted on the entire back wall.
Yeah, the word change.
The word change. And there is a line from the top right corner to the bottom left corner. And on the top left, the background was black and the words were white. And on the bottom right, the background was white and the words were black. Yeah. Right? So it changed halfway across. This was before Obama. So, you were there first.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
And I remember, I don't know, like, this is, not to get hyper spiritual, but like that painting was anointed.
Yeah.
Like that on the back. And it was true.
And do you remember every single wall was like that? Every single wall had a diagonal line with two different colors.
Right.
And
Right.
because the whole theme was like going from one place to another.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
that's exactly what that youth group did. And then, and
Yeah,
I-
listener, we called our youth group Change for two reasons. One, because the goal was to promote change in the life of the youth. But two,
but how were we funded?
all of the coins, the change in the offering plate went to the youth group. So that's how we were funded.
Yeah, I remember, and that doesn't happen anymore because nobody gives.
No one gives
cash.
coins,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, there's no cash at the church anymore. But like, I remember that the church got broken into, and somebody stole a jar full of change. They got
yeah.
like $40 in
Yeah,
change.
yeah. Tons of pennies.
Tons of pennies. Yeah, but I remember Jamie like teaching, and up to this point in my life, this is like, this is in retrospect. I'm 35 now, right? So I've had a lot of time to unpack this with therapists and stuff.
Therapist plural.
yes. And I like, there was something about the way you taught that was, I'd never had a man in my life that poured into me the way that you poured into us. And I felt like, almost like if you've ever played a video game and then gotten cheat codes for the video game, and all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, I can just put in these codes, and like it was
up,
like
down, left, right,
yes,
B-A, start.
yes, you were giving us the cheat codes to life.
That's awesome. That's cool.
And you were teaching in a way that I'd never been spoken to before. So
Wow.
that was, I remember like that first Wednesday night, I was like, this is it, dude. Like, this is where I'm going to stay forever.
Cool. That's really cool. Really cool. Awesome. So my understanding is you have gotten, I made a lot of mistakes. And I remember some of those stories, but you have
so I reached
gone
out,
behind my back.
I reached out to a couple of the old youth
and
back in the day.
asked them for some of the things that happened that they remember.
Yeah. So I texted Jamie and I was like, hey, we should do an episode where we talk about your days as a youth pastor. Here's some of my ideas. And it was like the worst, awful, embarrassing stories. And Jamie was like, yeah, let's do it. And I was like, well, shoot, now I have to I have to actually get, all the facts, right? So I reached out to, 4 or 5 of the youth and like just compiled some, some stories here. I'm just going to kick things off.
Go for it, dude.
With a banger. Okay?
Oh, Lord.
I'm going to use first names only. Okay?
Yeah.
There was a youth in our youth group named Thomas. He went on.
I know this.
Just saying the name.
Just saying his name.
He went on to become one of my best friends, and to this day, I still consider him one of the greatest.
And he's still around.
He's still around, still a believer. Yeah. We were at a camp. This was actually the camp where I first got saved, and it was the year that happened.
Wow.
But the pranks were brutal at these camps.
They were bad.
He pooped into a styrofoam cup.
Yes.
And he hid it in one of the rooms of 2 of the other, it was Robbie and David.
Yes.
He hid it in their rooms. David is a violent guy and had a terrible, he was squeamish, bro. Squeamish. He smelled it all day, could not figure out what it was. Finally found it, right? Found out who it was. There was going to be a fight.
Yeah.
So Jamie...
He was like gagging.
Yeah, and screaming.
Angry. Yeah.
At the same time. He was like, you don't shut up very well, do you? I mean, it was like, it got intense. And so Jamie, being the judicious king that he was, grabbed Thomas's clothes out of his dresser. This is on the 2nd floor. Opens the window and throws all of Thomas's clothes out the window.
I'm evicting him.
Yes. He's like, that's it. I've had it. He just throws all of his clothes out the window. That seemed to appease David. And it was funny. Didn't you say Ben Hennessy totally ate your lunch about that? I used a full name. Sorry.
That's
Ben.
all right. That's right. He gave me a hard time about it. And I was like, Ben, look, if I don't do something, this will escalate even further. And so I've got to do something to stop. Because someone in that same, I forget who, David, the guy who was really upset, poured water on someone's bed. That was you're struggling with the mics, dude. David poured water on someone's bed because he thought they did it,
right?
But it was the wrong person.
I feel like this is how medieval wars were started.
So we've got someone pooped in a cup. We've got a completely wet bed from someone pouring water on it, and a fight's about to ensue. So I throw this dude's clothes out the top window
just to settle it, and then
just to finish it.
And then Ben says, "Yeah, I think God blessed you with a quick brain, but I still don't think you should have done that."
I remember that. Ben, what do you know, Ben?
I know. And Jamie was like, Yeah, you're probably right. I probably shouldn't have done that.
But hey, did it work?
I mean, that was it, dude.
Yeah.
The rest of the week was gravy.
Yeah.
I mean, it was so easy after that.
Everything was even. It was all was made right.
Yes, that's right. Everybody was made whole with
Yeah,
that. With
that's kind of like Solomon when he's like, "Let's just cut the baby in half." And
the real mom's like, "No."
Yeah.
So you had a trampoline.
Oh yeah, that was so much fun.
And there was and because you are a good dad, it had nets.
Yes.
These nets were probably 10 feet, I would imagine, 10 feet high, because it was way above us. And
yes. I would say that the it was definitely 6 feet off of like where you're bouncing, and probably 8 to 10 from the ground.
From the ground. Okay, I got you.
If not more.
Because I just remember it feeling pretty high. Like
it was really. Maybe you're right. It was really high.
Yeah, but this is memory, obviously, right? And I also remember thinking, and this is why I feel like it was so high, because I remember thinking I could never get over that.
Right.
And then one day,
yeah. Oh, I remember this.
So if for a lot of
that
you guys,
my goal.
A lot of you guys can't see us right now, obviously.
None of them can.
You. If you can see us right now, I'm a little worried.
Yeah, let's say, get the camera out of here.
We have a seer. So you can't see us right now, but I am like a $135 soaking wet. I was always the smallest kid in youth, so the game was who can double jump Doug the highest.
Yes.
Right? Well, one day the stars aligned and we timed it perfectly. He double jumped the snot out of me.
Yeah, you went flying.
I went flying, and I was heading towards the net, because you get the closer to the middle, you get the better bounce you get. Right? I'm heading towards the net, and then I see my feet go above the net.
Yes.
And thankfully, like the arc was just right to where my shins caught the top, and I was able to kind of kick myself back onto the trampoline.
Yeah, I will never. I remember panicking. Like you know when you have like a split second panic, and I'm like, this is gonna be so much fun. I'm gonna bounce Doug as high as I possibly can. But boom, and you're launched, and that's like, and my mouth goes from smiling to like wide open, like, oh no, I've just killed one of my youth.
This is how it ends.
Yeah, this is how. This is how I get fired. You know,
go to jail.
Youth is gone. Like he's,
their faith is all ruined because they witnessed a death at a youth event.
At a youth event. Yes, I remember that. I remember being shocked at how high you went. It was unreal.
Yeah.
And you went over the fence. Thank God you didn't actually go over it. You just went higher than it.
Yes. Yeah. And then I caught, and I managed to I just kicked as hard as I could. I just kicked to keep myself from going
And
over.
I don't remember, but I'm sure afterwards we just looked at each other like, holy cow.
And then we did it again.
Yeah. Let's beat that one.
Oh, I bet you can't do that again.
That's right. That's good. That's a fun memory, man. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I had forgotten about some of these too.
Dude, the 2000s were wild, man.
Yeah. There's an episode of Bluey.
Cocaine is a heck of a drug.
Forget your couch, man. So there was there's a show. If those of you that have little kids will know. There's a show. It's called Bluey, right? And it's a movie about a world ruled by dogs, and it's a family of blue heelers. And there's an episode where the dad tells stories about when he was their age, and it was the 80s, and that just made me think of the 80s was wild, man. No one wore helmets.
Yeah,
there was no car seats.
Drinking out of the water hose.
Yeah, it takes place in Australia too, by the way. That's why I'm trying to do the terrible accent.
Yeah, no, it sounded great. Good job.
We can't all be Eric.
Yeah, you are right. Thank God.
So at camp, my senior year, oh, bro, okay, so this is just, okay, do you remember Tanner?
Yes.
So this was
I'll never forget Tanner.
My senior year.
Yeah.
Tanner was this rambunctious kid that everybody loved, but was like the little brother. Like
he didn't know when to quit.
He didn't know when to quit, and he was probably too young to go on this trip with us. But I remember his mom was like, please just take him. Please take him. He needs some positive.
This is to Texas.
To Texas.
Yeah.
Yes. So I get big brothered with Tanner.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
We were in the same room. I was like, we rotated out. I think Ben was helping some, Robbie was helping some, but like between the three of us, maybe Thomas too, we were kind of watching out for this kid. Yeah. Right. I'm 18. He's 12. 13.
Yeah. 12, 13.
I remember
heavily medicated.
Yes. Adderall out, bro.
Yes.
Or maybe Ritalin back then. I don't know. But we would put him on these folding beds that they had in the dorms at Christ for the Nations Institute, right?
Yes.
And we would like fold the bed up, and
With
it was
him in
spring
it.
fed with him in it, and it would launch him out of the bed. And we would do it when he wasn't expecting it. So he's just chilling on the bed, and he gets launched out of the bed.
Yeah, he loved it though.
He did. He loved the attention, and
I remember seeing a video of it.
oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Camera phones were like very
They
new.
just started, and I think I saw a video of he was.
Oh, we did sandwich him.
He was folded
we
up.
hot dogged him.
Yeah, he was hot dog. He was folded up into the mattress, and then y'all pushed him down the long hallway.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yes, we did.
Yes.
Yeah, like an episode of. Can I say like bow now now now?
Right.
Bow now now now.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's not the story with him. This is the story with Tanner.
Okay.
So I'm with Tanner. I want to say, and this is a little fuzzy. You can fill in the details if you remember this, but we were on the top floor of these like 3-story dorm rooms, and we were on the balcony. And you know what's a 13-year-old boy want to do?
Yeah, jump.
He wants to
Just kidding.
spit. He was a very depressed 13-year-old boy.
He's gonna end it all at you.
So how was camp? I don't want to talk about it. I'm just gonna go to my room for the next year. Okay, so
he's gonna spit.
He spits off the balcony, and it's just ooh, splat, you know. And I was like, oh, bro, that's not how you do it, man. And I just, you know, in out hog tua, you know. And I just like, it's like the meatiest, juiciest loogie you've ever seen. It had a little bit of lunch in it. I mean, it was like disgusting. And right as it's falling in slow motion. I swear.
Yeah.
This kid just walks out from underneath the balcony below us and just splat right on his head.
I've never heard this story.
He stops. He reaches up and touches the top of his head and looks at his hand. And he sees it. His face is like, oh. And then he looks up, and Tanner and I are just looking over the edge, like wide-eyed. And we just like, run. So
Run.
we did not come in from outside. These were fire escapes.
Yeah.
So we had walked up from outside and just followed the stairs up to the top of this thing. So I turn around and just bust through the door, and it's the girls' dorm room.
Oh no, really?
It's the girls' hall. And if you don't know, at a church camp, there are boys. There are boys' dorms and girls' dorms. And if a boy gets caught in a girls' dorm, you are sent home, bro. You're just out of all of the fun and games. That's
rule number one.
Yes, exactly. There's girls wrapped in towels, like with their hair up. I could tell they just got out of the shower. The hall monitor sees us, and he's like, "You!" And we just freaking book it, dude. We're run, bah, 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 bah. Like Tanner and I are. I'm like, "Run, Tanner, run!" I didn't say his name because
right.
So we run to the end. We bust into the stairwell. We run down the stairs. We run to our rooms, and we hide in our rooms.
Yeah.
And we just wait for the shoe to drop.
Right.
Nobody could identify us. They didn't know who we were. So we never got caught.
That's amazing.
But
I remember you telling me afterwards that y'all ran into the girls' dorm quickly because you were running from someone. I didn't remember it was from hawking a loogie on someone.
Yes, it was not my proudest moment as a big brother, right? For a younger youth.
So Tanner, one more Tanner story. I don't know if you know about this. So I think on the way back, we stopped halfway in Mississippi and spent the night.
Yeah.
And
that was fun too.
And at this point, I realized this is a full-time job. Like someone has to watch him. So me and the two other male chaperones, it was me, Tom, and Chance.
I forgot Chance was there, dude. Yeah.
And then Tanner was. I'm like, you're with me. And he was like, man, I'm not going to sleep with you. We're not going to share a bed. This is ridiculous. I'm going to sleep in the bathtub.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And I was like, okay.
Have at it, buddy.
And he starts walking towards the bathtub, and he's like looking back at me like, you're supposed to stop me. And I'm like, no, if you want to sleep in the bathtub, it's all you, dude.
Have at it, bro.
Homeboy slept in the bathtub that night.
That's so uncomfortable.
I know.
Where did his feet go? Like,
I don't know, but I slept great.
Did he like bring a pillow in there? Like, how do you, or did he just
come he brought his pillow.
Like the cold porcelain
I think he brought a pillow and like the comforter.
Wow.
Yeah, but he slept in the bathtub. Yeah.
I would love to know how Tanner is doing these
Who
days.
knows?
Yeah,
Who knows?
that was the last time I ever saw him.
Same. Well, I think his mom probably withdrew him from the youth group.
What did they do
Right.
at camp? What?
That's hilarious.
So that was probably the most fun. I'm getting close to the end of the list
Okay.
here. Let's see.
Yeah, this is no longer a short. It's a long.
I know you're going to parse this
It's
down.
okay.
So, yeah.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. Maybe we'll just release a super long episode.
It'll be a long short. Yeah. We used to play.
Eric's not here. He can't tell me what to do.
Yeah, he's not the boss of you today. So we used to play midnight hide and seek at the lock-ins.
Yes, my favorite. That was totally my original idea. I was so proud of that.
Dude, it's the highlight, right?
Listener, this is where we would turn out all the lights in the church.
Pitch black.
At pitch black.
Middle of the night.
Everyone would go into one room. We would split the girls and the guys.
Right.
The guys would go hide. Then the girls would
find
go
them.
seek,
Yeah.
right? And they had 10 minutes to try to find everyone. But again, pitch black, dark. You can't use cell phones. You can't use anything like that.
It was boys versus girls.
Yeah.
Everybody that didn't get found was a point.
That's right.
And then you would switch, and the girls would go hide.
Right.
And then the boys would have 10 minutes to find them.
Yeah.
And I was the freaking champion.
You were a
at this game.
ninja. You were.
Because I'm, $135, so
Yeah.
I could wet, right? I could Spider-Man my way into these places that the girls could not find me, bro.
Right.
I remember it was hard not to giggle because I would see them. Okay, so my I'm going to give this away because it's irrelevant now. My best spot was above.
Wait, don't tell your best spot. Maybe we're going to play again. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
It was above the doorway
Yeah.
in a closet.
Okay.
So
Wow.
you have 6-foot doorways and 8-foot ceilings, right?
Yes.
Or 8-foot, something like that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And in the there was these closets in the foyer, and the ceilings were way higher in the foyer of the Legacy
Oh,
Chapel.
yeah. Sure.
Is that what it's called? The Legacy
Yeah,
Chapel
Legacy
now?
Chapel is what it's called.
Which is now the kids' building or whatever.
Right.
And so I would get in that closet and I would Spider-Man my way up above
Yeah, you
the
would
door.
shimmy up.
I would shimmy up.
Wow.
And so my feet would be against one wall, and then my back and my hands would be against the other wall.
Oh, my gosh.
And I would
You
press
just stay there.
And for 10 minutes.
Oh,
yeah.
my gosh.
So I could do this for 2, maybe 3 rounds. But you got to keep in mind, that's 30 minutes of just holding yourself up.
And you being the champ and
Exactly.
winning for the guys.
I mean, carrying the team, bro.
Yeah.
Not just tired from holding myself up there, but also from carrying this team on my back. Right?
Yeah.
So it's like round 4. Everybody's having a great time. We're not stopping. We're doing this again.
Yeah.
And I'm
Well,
like,
it was a lock-in, so we had all night,
we had
literally. Yeah.
literally, yes. And I'm like, I'm tapped out. I can't do that again. So I was like, Thomas is really strong. I bet Thomas could do this. And Thomas was like, yeah, Thomas is cocky, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I could do that,
I
bro.
could do that,
I
man.
could do that, yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing about Thomas is if he said he was going to do something, he was going to freaking do it.
Yeah,
even
yeah.
if he died trying,
Yeah.
right? And he has almost died trying to do many things.
Many things, yes.
So I show him what I do. And he's like, oh, okay, yeah, I could do that. He puts his back up against the wall, puts one foot against the wall, and then when he goes to put the next foot against the wall, his feet just go right through the wall.
That was him. That was Thomas.
He's the reason.
I got in trouble for that one,
He's
dude.
the reason we could no longer do lock-ins.
So a couple things happened that night. So you were the champ for the guys. Beth Ann was the champ for the girls.
Also a very small person.
Yes. And so she would crawl. It was in the back of a closet, crawl all the way behind the hot water heater.
Oh.
That was her
okay.
hiding space.
Yeah,
and no
yeah,
one
yeah.
could ever, even if they knew she was there, they couldn't reach her.
Oh, right.
To, tag
you have
her
to
or
tag
anything. You have
them.
to tag the
You can't
person.
just say, I see you. You have
Right.
to tag them.
Well, you couldn't see them.
Right, exactly, yeah.
So, and then someone, so I think she kicked something loose. Someone kicked a hole in the wall, and now I know it was Thomas. And then
20 years later, the truth is revealed.
And then someone else got in the big freezer, the floor freezer.
They got in there?
They got in there.
And they lived to tell the tale?
They lived to tell the tale, but everything was smashed and crushed in there. And so my mom came in the next day and the place was trash. She was like, okay, no more.
No more lock-ins.
I was like, okay, I'm cool with that.
Hey, that's fine. I don't have to stay up all night.
We'd been tempting fate for so long and got away with everything.
Yes.
I was like, you know what? Let's quit while we're ahead.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so that was Thomas. Sorry about that. Thomas used to hide in the bathroom too, and he got found because he farted. And the girls are just getting ready to leave, and it's like, whoa, wait a second. And then they smelled it. And they were like,
all right.
whoa, I heard it and now I smell it. There's somebody
There's
in
someone
here.
in here.
We're not leaving until we find
instead
them.
of running out like they should have, they're like, no, we're going to win. We're going to win the game.
We're going to take one for the team and breathe in that methane.
That's so
and
funny.
go find those kids.
So funny.
So that's all. I had one that came in at the last minute.
Okay.
And at Lee University, they had these huge speed bumps.
Yes.
And Jamie used to jump the van over the speed bumps because the van
while listening to heavy metal.
Exactly. Yes.
Yes.
The van would not. The van wouldn't jump, but everything in the van would jump.
Yes.
So the thing about it is, you weren't careless,
Right.
and you weren't immoral,
No.
and you weren't doing it. It wasn't negligence. It wasn't incompetence.
I was right there with you guys.
It was all of those decisions were very strategic.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one of the, excuse me, now that I have kids, this is one of the greatest lessons. And I would say maybe even leadership lessons, because I think part of what made you a good youth pastor is the fact that you're a good leader. And that's why you're successful as a lead pastor now, right? Because your job isn't to be the pastor for everyone in the church, it's to lead the leaders so that they can take care of everybody in the church, right? So all of those decisions, the midnight hide and seek, the antics, right? Like all of the craziness that we used to do, launching me on the trampoline, was a strategic decision to, I don't know, I don't want to make this sound weird, but it disarmed us.
Yeah.
You know, it made us feel not like you were this authoritative figure who wanted to control our behavior and force us into a belief system. It made us feel like you were there for us, you know, like you were for us.
Yes. I remember thinking that I wanted y'all to have fun.
Yeah.
I wanted you to have memories of this time period in your life. And I wanted to supply fun, clean, I mean, I know that's kind of questionable, memories for you guys to have and have a fondness attached to your spiritual disciplines.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and the other thing too is life is very hard and it can be very dangerous.
Yeah.
And you taught us to almost embrace that difficulty and that, you know, air of danger.
Sure.
With optimism and, you know, with joy.
Yeah.
Because like we never saw you sad.
No.
You know, we never saw you defeated. We
that was later in life. Not when I was a youth pastor. That's only once I was a lead pastor.
Yeah. That's when the real fun started. The best is yet to come, Eric. Buckle up, buddy. But yeah, so that was important. So, and I'm saying all that to say, I had some of the most potent encounters with the Holy Spirit in your youth group.
Yeah.
Because for all of this one-sided, you know, antics and silliness, there was like this constant thread of teaching us to be sensitive to the Spirit, to the presence, the movement of the Holy Spirit in our lives. And I remember like this is the biggest lesson I ever learned. You would just say, "Hey guys, hold on for a second. We're just going to be quiet." And I want you guys to just focus on the Lord. And I want you to try to sense him, you know, feel him here, feel him close. And like, we would all be quiet for a second and you would sit there and it would be like 30 seconds of silence, right? And it feels like an eternity. And then all of a sudden, like, whew, like you would feel it, you know, like he was there.
Yeah.
And then you would say, "Hey, right now while we're here and while we can feel this presence, like, does anybody feel like God's talking to them, you know?" And like you would hear out of the mouths of 14, 15, and 16-year-olds, like they're just reading your mail, and beautiful, like they're echoing, you know, the heart of God in that context.
Yeah.
And that was but the antics and the craziness is what ushered us into trusting you. You know, to lead us into that experience and lead us into his presence.
Well, and hopefully one of the things you took away was like when I was throwing the clothes out of the window, when you were being jumped way too high on the trampoline, when Tanner was sleeping in the bathtub, the Holy Spirit was there.
Yeah.
He never leaves us or forsakes us.
Right. And
it's up to us to determine, am I going to remain aware of him at all times? Or am I going to leave him in this moment? Because see, when y'all, my goal was when y'all go off to college, like I'm not there, your parents aren't there, the Holy Spirit's there.
Yeah.
And I wanted to train you guys to be aware of him. And so when you are tempted to make a bad decision, which you will be, everyone is, that you still remember. Mom and dad aren't there. Youth pastor isn't there. Pastor isn't there, but Holy Spirit's here.
Yeah.
And I still have a choice, and I can still do the right thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I remember a trip to Busch Gardens. We would go to the park during the day, and then we would every night.
Yeah.
We did worship and like a lesson in like a conference room at the hotel we were staying.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I can remember one night I'm laying on the floor. I'm not supine, I'm prone, right?
Okay.
Laying prostrate.
Okay.
Not to be confused.
Thanks for pronouncing the R.
Yes. And it wasn't singing, it was an instrumental part. And you just felt the weight, of the Holy Spirit just descend in that freaking, Days Inn conference room or whatever.
It was pretty janky, if I remember. It wasn't great.
There's chewing gum on the floor next to me where I'm laying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was like those experiences, it's not a one-time feel-good experience in a room. It changes you. So like even now I can think back to that if I'm ever challenged in my faith.
That's good.
Because, and I think that's the difference. You didn't teach us how to think or what to think. You taught us how to have a relationship with someone.
Yeah.
So that no matter what happened after that, no matter what kind of intellectual jujitsu people could do to try to talk you out of your faith, you can say, regardless of all of that,
right?
Regardless of any of these speed bumps you try to throw in our way, I have had an experience that you cannot talk me out of.
That's so good. That's so good. My oldest son, Ethan, said that once. He was in college and he was just struggling with some stuff and hitting that kind of intellectual wall that many Christians do.
Oh yeah, I've been there.
And he was kind of struggling. I said, and I looked at him and I was just, I didn't mean anything negative by it. I said, so are you going to lose your faith? I just said it point blank like that. And he goes, I could never lose my faith. And I said, why? He said, because it's based on an experience with a person and no one can take that from me.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes.
You did it, man.
That's it.
You can just check the box.
That's it.
One launch successfully.
That's right. 2 more to go.
1 down, 2 to go. Woo, 33.33%.
All right, guys, we hope you enjoyed Doug and this rather long version of a summer short.
Whoops. So you knew this was going to happen.
I know. It's all good, man. Listener, we hope that you enjoyed taking that trip down memory lane with Doug and I. That was fun. You know what I thought about, Doug? Wouldn't it be fun to have a youth group reunion?
Why not, bro?
Like from this year to this year, if you were a part of the VFC youth group from these years and come and have pizza and hang out and tell stories.
Like 05 to 10.
Something like that. Yeah. So maybe we'll get that done. Well, anyway, hey, we end every podcast by saying thanks for listening to Not the Sermon. Are you ready to do this?
I was going to say it with you.
You're going to do it right now?
I was ready. Okay.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Thanks for listening to
Not the Sermon.
Thanks for listening. This podcast is a production of Victory Fellowship Church in Thomasville, Georgia. Eric and Jamie can be reached at emailing notthesermon@gmail.com.
Father to the fatherless, defender of the little kids, gracious and compassionate, wasn't, isn't, always been. Father to the fatherless.